honestly, I should be pulling up in something crazy right now, and Bob's sitting over there talking about sending fire emoji.
That vacation, yeah. Planning your funeral.
The ongoing feud between Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and their respective partners, Kenneth Petty and Offset, has reached a new level of intensity, resulting in legal consequences for Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty.
Nicki Minaj is the victim of 2 swatting attempts at her Los Angeles home and reportedly wants to find out who is responsible for it.
The background of the individuals involved and the implications of Kenneth Petty's house arrest on Nicki Minaj's career. The feud between these prominent female rap artists and their partners has garnered significant attention due to its public nature. It all started at the Vahedo Music Awards, where Kenneth Petty and his entourage recorded themselves outside Offset's hotel, seemingly baiting a confrontation. However, as details emerged, it became clear that Offset's initial contact with one of Kenneth's friends was in response to relentless tagging by this friend, who had been directing menacing posts towards Cardi B for several weeks leading up to the VMAs. Offset reached out to Kenneth's associate, questioning his involvement in matters concerning women and asking for their location. This interaction led to a heated exchange, with Kenneth's friend challenging Offset to confront him, suggesting that Offset was cowardly for not seeking vengeance over a previous incident involving Takeoff. It remains uncertain whether a physical altercation transpired at the VMAs. Nonetheless, Kenneth and his group decided to livestream the confrontation on Instagram, eagerly awaiting Offset on the street and seemingly preparing for a physical altercation. During the livestream, Kenneth made explicit threats towards Offset, including a chilling comment that Offset should start preparing for his own funeral. This action is perplexing, given Kenneth's legal situation and prior convictions. In July 2022, Kenneth Petty received a 1-year home confinement sentence, along with 3 years of probation and a $50 fine for failing to register as a sex offender in California. This stemmed from his failure to update his registration after moving from New York to California following his marriage to Nicki Minaj in 2019. It is essential to note that Kenneth's sex offender status originates from a 1994 conviction for attempted sexual assault on Jennifer Hugh, for which he served a prison sentence exceeding 4 years. Given the live-streamed confrontation and the explicit threats made by Kenneth Petty towards Offset, law enforcement quickly took action. Kenneth's probation officer promptly reported the situation to the court. Just 1 day after the threatening video went viral, a federal judge in Los Angeles ordered Kenneth to serve 120 days under house arrest. According to court documents obtained by Rolling Stone, Kenneth was placed under house arrest for violating the terms of his 3-year probation. These documents revealed that Kenneth's probation officer initiated the action because Kenneth was recorded making menacing remarks while in the company of an individual with a criminal record. The court believed that placement in the location monitoring program would allow for more rigorous monitoring, restrict his movements, serve as a sanction for non-compliance, and encourage self-reflection on his status within the community. However, Nicki Minaj has not taken these developments lightly. She is now retaliating against critics, attempting to shift blame onto Cardi B and Offset for instigating the entire conflict. But Nicki's response goes beyond mere accusations. She has made attempts to mobilize her fan base to orchestrate a swatting incident against an individual of her choosing. To understand this reaction, one must consider a previous incident where Nicki had been targeted in a swatting hoax and appears to believe that Cardi B was somehow involved. In June, an unidentified individual falsely reported to Child Services that Nicki's son was being mistreated and that her residence was on fire. Law enforcement later concluded that no crime had occurred, and the allegations were false. In response to Kenneth's house arrest, Nicki shared a story on Instagram implying that she might instruct her fans to engage in swatting incidents, stating that it's not a felony. She added the hashtag #ProtectBlackWomen. In another story, Nicki insinuated that Cardi called the police out of frustration because her latest single, Bongos, with Megan Thee Stallion, received a lukewarm reception. Nicki's use of the Protect Black Women hashtag sparked backlash, with critics accusing her of hypocrisy. They pointed to a situation where Kenneth Petty's victim alleged Nicki's involvement in sending intimidating individuals and offering money in exchange for her silence regarding Kenneth's case. The victim claimed that Nicki's associate contacted her, offering $20,000 to write a letter falsely retracting her accusation of Kenneth's assault. When she refused the money, she claimed to have received threatening phone calls and alleged harassment of her family members and children on their way to school. While Cardi B and Offset initially seemed unfazed by Kenneth Petty's threats, their reactions gradually evolved. Offset chose to respond by mocking Nicki's husband and his crew for their financial situation. Cardi, on the other hand, was troubled by Nicki's attempt to place blame on her and Offset for Kenneth's house arrest. Cardi made it clear that neither she nor Offset reported Kenneth for anything. Legal affairs journalist Megan Kunis corroborated this, confirming that Kenneth's house arrest resulted from actions caught on Instagram, not external reports. This controversy has not only divided the internet, but also ignited fierce clashes between fans of Nicki Sinone as the Barbs and Cardi gown. However, many neutral observers argue that Nicki bears responsibility for her choices, including her marriage to Kenneth Petty, whose actions continue to embarrass her. As one Twitter user aptly noted, thinking Cardi and Offset snitched when the entire world witnessed this, and the number to report this to his probation officer also went viral online. Just take the L and accept that Nicki's troublesome husband brought this upon himself. The repercussions of Kenneth Petty's house arrest on Nicki Minaj's career remain uncertain. While Nicki attempts to shift blame onto Cardi B and Offset, the evidence suggests otherwise. The public nature of this feud, along with Kenneth's repeated legal troubles, could potentially impact Nicki's image and career. However, Nicki's enduring popularity and loyal fan base may help her weather this storm. Kunis posted a tweet that read, "Also notable probation officer and judge did not need an outside report/complaint to act on this Offset, and Cardi didn't even seem to care." Offset lol about it in a video as he walked off a jet, I think while going to say hey to Deion Sanders at the Colorado game. And then one of Cardi's fans responded saying, "Thank you, because they're definitely trying to flip the narrative. Like this man didn't do what he did on Instagram and tag every blog in it. Be mad at him and his friends." That's when Cardi decided to break her silence on the whole situation, and she replied to the fans' tweet saying, "Exactly, keep me and my mans out your effing mouth." In conclusion, the ongoing feud between Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and their partners, Kenneth Petty and Offset, has taken a legal turn, with Kenneth's house arrest following threats made towards Offset. This feud, characterized by public confrontations and social media exchanges, has drawn significant attention. The consequences of these events on Nicki Minaj's career remain uncertain, but the controversy has highlighted the complex dynamics in the world of celebrity rivalries and the impact of personal choices on public image. Could Kenneth's actions truly harm Nicki's career? Share your thoughts below.